Okay, so tonight we're going deep on a mystery that would make even the best Hollywood screenwriter think twice.
Yeah, this one's got it all, you know, intrigue missing
It
pieces.
almost feels like we're stepping right into one of those, like, those classic film noir movies.
Exactly, and with a backdrop of Hollywood, no less.
Right, right. So we're talking about the disappearance of Gary Devore,
Mm.
a name that might ring a bell for those who remember those awesome action flicks of the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, Raw Deal Time Cop, solid hits.
Huge hits, but Devore vanished in 97, June of 97, and it was like he just stepped off the face of the earth while driving from New Mexico back to California.
And this is where this case goes from just another missing person to something much more, layered.
Yeah, he was your average Joe just passing through. He was connected, successful, had his impressive track record in the industry.
So his disappearance, it sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond.
For an entire year, there was absolutely nothing, no trace, no leads, just this agonizing silence. Imagine his family that not knowing.
Then a year later, his car turns up submerged in the California aqueduct.
And not just the car, but tragically, his remains were found inside.
Now you'd think case closed, right?
Yeah.
But no, the official ruling was an accident, but there were these two details that just wouldn't sit right.
Two pretty big details. When you say, I mean, missing from the car were his laptop,
And his hands?
his hands.
Yeah, just gone. And to add another layer of mystery, the autopsy couldn't definitively determine the cause of death.
You have to wonder what truly qualifies as evidence in a case like this. Is it just the tangible stuff, or does the absence of information, the silence surrounding certain facts, also count as a kind of proof?
I think you're getting at something there. The missing pieces, they become these gaps that conspiracy theories just love to fill.
Especially when you factor in the screenplay Devore was working on right before he disappeared.
Ah, yes. The screenplay, it wasn't just any action flick according to several sources. It went deep into some sensitive territory.
We're talking U.S. government operations, CIA activities in Panama, even naming names, some suggested.
Names of individuals who were potentially involved in some pretty shady dealings, folks who were very much still in positions of power.
And then there were those claims that Devore himself had voiced concerns about being watched in those weeks leading up to his vanishing.
It's like something out of a spy thriller.
Right. And then you had these whispers, these so-called whistleblowers coming forward, suggesting that maybe, just maybe his death was no accident at all.
Like someone wanted to make sure that script and whatever secrets it held never saw the light of day.
Now, of course, investigators officially never found any hard evidence to support these theories, but the lack of concrete answers just deepens the mystery, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it really does. But, we can't overlook the human element here. Imagine being Devore's family getting that official accident explanation, but knowing your father, his habits, his work, would you be able to just accept that?
I mean, think about it. Your dad, how he operates something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sit right.
Exactly. And some members of his family, they never accepted it. They're still searching for answers, still trying to piece together the truth.
This case, it becomes almost a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the power of stories, right? The potential risks that come with digging too deep into sensitive subjects, and that very blurry line between fact and fiction, a line that gets especially hazy in a place like Hollywood.
Absolutely. Divorce case, it sparks a bigger debate. Can a screenplay, a work of art, really be dangerous enough to lead to someone's death? And how much control do governments really have over narratives, even fictional ones?
So what do you think? Could a screenplay really get someone killed? In a world where information equals power, where the stories we tell shape our reality, the answer might be a lot more complex than we'd like to believe.
It really might.
Maybe the most unsettling part of Gary Devore's disappearance is that the truth could be far stranger and more disturbing than any screenplay he could have ever written.
That's a chilling thought, and unfortunately, we might never know the full story.
That's right. We might never know, but it sure makes you think, doesn't it?